Alright, it's time to look at some of the bookish things I've picked up in recent times. First and foremost, let's all bask in the beauty of my newly minted first edition of Cress by Marissa Meyer. It arrived the day of release, and I longingly tracked the package as it sat languishing at the shipper's warehouse till finally they got the word they could release, and it came winging to my door. So we were killing time before a movie recently. We walked into a Barnes & Noble and I decided I wasn't leaving until I bought a book. And this is the book I picked out. The Barnes & Noble leather-bound version of The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. We already own a hardback version of this book, but not a leather-bound. And this is a brilliant, witty, clever, thoroughly engaging book, well worth its classic status, so it deserves to be on my shelf in leather-bound. Plus, Barnes & Noble's leather-bound collection is way less expensive than the rest of their books, so win all around. And look at the inside cover, and the title page, and then the beautiful golden ribbon. So we live right near a wonderful independent bookstore called Skylight Books. You know, it's a proper independent bookstore because it has a bookstore cat who sometimes deigns to let you pet her if she so desires. I like to wander in before or after dinner at one of the many nearby restaurants, and I always like to come out having bought something. Here's what I've gotten in recent trips. I got this really cool Reed leather, though this is Silver Lake, so I'm gonna guess faux leather bookmark. It's pretty cool. I bought this Animal Farm tote right after reading Animal Farm, so I couldn't resist. Plus, my Gone with the Wind tote sprung a leak. Okay, the seam tore. Pardon all the cat hair on it. My cats think this is the perfect bed. Anyway, I need something new to tote my books to work in. This bag is made by Out of Print Clothing. This is what they put on the tag. See, it looks like one of those old-fashioned library checkout cards. And then on the back it says, "We scour library stacks and dusty bookstores to find the classics and curiosities that end up on our products. Everything we make is printed and treated to feel like your favorite book, that one you read 11 times. Plus, when you buy one of their items, they donate a book to Books for Africa. I'll put a link to their website below. They've got t-shirts and jewelry and all of other sorts of gifts. You've got to see the bag with the polka dots. Get it? Edgar Allan polka dots. And I got my Our Mutual Friend DVD, the Dickens BBC miniseries I talked about in one of my past Goodreads psychic videos. So good. Plus, I was watching Doctor Who the other day, and the guy from the Other Doctor episode plays the bad guy in this, so yeah. Guys, I cannot recommend this miniseries enough. It is one of my favorite things on earth. And here's a couple more things I picked up in recent library book sale adventures. Scientific Progress Goes Boink, a Calvin and Hobbes collection by Bill Watterson. There has never been anything like Calvin and Hobbes before or since. It's almost inhuman how perfect this comic is. This is the one where he duplicates himself. Seriously, if you haven't read Calvin and Hobbes by hook or by crook, find yourself one of the collections. It's the most perfect experience of imagination you may ever have. Plus, you'll be left with a lifelong urge to play Calvin Ball. I also found this copy of Tintin in Spanish. Tintin is a Belgian comic that I read all the time as a kid, about this boy journalist and his adventures. So yeah, I'm going to try to read a comic originally written in French, which I've only ever read in English, but I'm going to try to read it in Spanish. Now you have to understand that my Spanish is about at the picture book level. I tend to check out Dr. Seuss books in Spanish from the library, and even then I need the help of a dictionary. So a comic might be a bit of a challenge, but I am going to give it a whirl. Alright, that is my truly miscellaneous book and bookish related fun haul. What great finds have you encountered lately? If you could make a line of products about classic books, which books would be the first you pay homage to? And etc.